Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subject is financial management, and today topic or lecture is on capital budgeting technique, and we will specifically discuss mutually exclusive project. This is 12th online lecture on financial management. In today's lecture, we will discuss problems in mutually exclusive project. As we earlier discussed, that mutually exclusive projects are those projects where dependent of acceptance of one project acceptance of one project. Let's suppose project A and project B, we have two projects. We accept a project, we will not accept B. So this is mutually exclusive. Either of the two will be accepted. So we will discuss what are the problem in mutually exclusive project that we will face in evaluating these projects. First difference is scale difference. Then we will discuss difference in cash flow pattern. Then we will discuss difference in life of the project. Then we will discuss net present value graph, what is capital rationing, and then choosing the project on the basis of IRR, NPV, and profitability index and capital rationing scenario. Scale difference means we have already shortly discussed it in earlier lecture. Scale difference is when one project is, let's suppose, of 1000, started with 1000 rupees, and other project is of, let's suppose, 1100 million initial cash outflow worth. So there is a scale difference. Either maybe this project have high IRR, high NPV, high profitability index, low payback period, but its worth is not too much. This 100 million project may have low NPV than this one, low profitability index this first one, low IRR than this one, but still there is a scale difference. We will have to accept this one. We will discuss it in detail. There may be we will also discuss the cash flow pattern of the projects. Maybe some project gave you a higher cash flow in earlier years, while the other project may generate lower cash flow in earlier years. Then difference in project life cycle, maybe one is span over 4 years, and maybe the second one, let's suppose C project and D project, this is span of time is, let's say 2 years. So there is a life differences in these mutually exclusive project. Then we will discuss in net present value graph, and we'll discuss this specifically the life project issue with the help of NPV graph. What is capital rationing? If we have a bottleneck resources, means we have a constraint in budgeting, then we allocate our capital to capital project to the project on the basis of their NPV profitability index. Means we will pick those projects who provide higher value to the firm. So moving further, problems under mutually exclusive projects are that ranking of the project proposal may create contradictory results when we are confronting with the mutually exclusive project. Their ranking is a major issue, that which project should be accepted. These are scale of investment, cash flow pattern, project life cycle. We will discuss these three these three issues in detail. What is scale of difference? Means what project is preferred, lower scale or higher scale. We will discuss it. So we have two projects, small versus large. Small versus large. We have two projects. One is on small scale, another is on large scale. Now, end of the year project small and project L. First year initial cash outflow for this small project is, let's suppose, $100, while for large project initial cash outlay, cash outflow initially that will be required for these two projects is $100,000. In second year there is no cash inflow. In first year and second year the cash flow is like this: $400 means this project provide or generate $400 in a second year, while this project generate $156,250 in a second year. Apparently this provide us more than 300% profit, and it is like more or less 50% profit. But we will, let's suppose, on the basis of calculation of IRR, NPV and Profitability Index, what should we do? Now we will rank these projects. If these, let's suppose we assume that project S and project L are mutually exclusive project. S and L are mutually exclusive project. If we accept this one, we will reject this one. If we accept this one, we will reject this one. So which should be rejected or accepted? On the basis of IRR, this small project gave us high internal rate of return, which is 100%. Its NPV in absolute term is $231. Its profitability index is very high, that is 3.31. Now come to the large. Internal rate of return is 25%, less than S. Profitability index is 1.29. Which one should we accept if these are mutually exclusive projects? If we have enough capital, we should undertake L project instead of wasting a time on the small project. So here NPV provide us the way to invest in which project. Further, cash flow pattern. There are two type of cash flow pattern. Let us compare decreasing cash flow pattern project and increasing cash flow pattern project. D and I project we are going to select. Project D and project I, net cash flow, that is initial cash outflow. Again we are moving with the assumption that D and I are mutually exclusive project. If we are accepting this one, we will not accept this. Either of the two will be accepted. If we are going to accept this one, we will reject the D. Initial cash outlay ICO are same for these two projects. In first year, that is 1,000 cash flow are generated by project T and $100 generated by project I. 500 generated in D, 600 generated in I in second year. In third year, it generate 100, while the second I project generate $1,080. So This one is decreasing pattern and this one is increasing pattern. Which project should be accepted? This is the question. Now, cash flow pattern. Let's suppose we will calculate IRR NPV at 10% when profitability index. So when we calculate these D project gave us IRR of 23% higher IRR, while I provide us 17% IRR. On the basis of IRR, we will accept D. NPV is same, we are indifferent, that either of we are indifferent in a second criteria. Profitability index also give us do not provide us any clear indication that which project should be accepted. So NPV is same for the both of the project. We are in dilemma at which project should be better. Here, since all the things are same, but only we are left with IRR criteria, then we will on the basis of IRR we will accept this D project. But if we consider payback period, which is ignored here in this case, payback criteria, then we will accept this project because it will provide we will again accept this D project because it will give us earlier or shorter payback period than the second increasing or I project. Moving further, now NPV graph. What should be the criteria if we are moving? This is net present value and this is discount rate. We will plot between these two variables. This is minus net present value 200, 400 and 600. This is discount rate 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%. As we discussed earlier, then increasing in discount rate will cause to decrease net present value. So project I is blue while project D is this indigo color. Now a 10% discount rate, both projects have same net present value. Before 10%, the project I means where the net present value is same for both projects, it is called Fisher rate of intersection. Before this rate, project, if the discount rate is less than 10%, then project I is better because it will give you high NPV. NPV is high. If discount rate that we are using to discount the calculate the present value is greater than 10%, then project D is better because in such a case NPV of project D is higher than project I. Again, because it have high IRR, it is low IRR. Again, I'm repeating that the rate at which the NPV of the both projects are same. It is called Fisher rate of intersection. Before this rate, increasing project is better. It means when the rate is less than this 10%, project I is better. If the rate is higher than this 10% in which NPV of the both projects are equal, then project D is better. Moving further, project life differences. Now we will discuss project life differences. We discussed two projects. One is long life project X, another is short life project Y. We will discuss its cash flow earlier. Both projects, project X and project Y, again we are moving with the assumption that X and Y are what? Are mutually exclusive project. These both are mutually exclusive project. Mutually exclusive means if we accept one, then we will not accept the other. We can't accept both simultaneously. Initially both projects have need the same cash outflow. Initial investment requirement for the both projects are same, that is $1,000. This project Y, the short life, generate $2,000 cash flow in the first year. In second year, both project provides nothing to the investor. While in third year, project X that have long life provide $3,375 to the investor. So which project is better? If according to payback period, this project is better. Now other criteria, NPV, IRR and profitability index, we will discuss it in coming slides. So which project life differences? Now when we calculate IRR, NPV and profitability index, this is IRR. Project X that have a long life have lower IRR. Based on this IRR, we will accept this project. Based on payback period, we will also accept this project. NPV, in the case of NPV, we will accept X project, this one. Based on NPV, we will accept the long life project, but based on profitability index, we will also accept this X project. So two criteria favors one project, while two criteria favors the other project. And payback period and IRR, we will accept Y, while NPV and profitability index, we will accept X that have a long life. What should we do? We will assume first criteria is that we will adjust our cash flow to a common terminal year if project Y will not be replaced. Since X project is of 3 years, X project span over 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, while Y is just 0 and 1. What we will do, the 2,000 rupees or $2,000 will be adjusted on this discount rate to the third year, means we will compound it for 2 years in order to get a common terminal year. So in first case we had $2,000 here, $2,000 here. We compounded it at the rate of 10% for 2 years in order to get the same terminal year. Now the project becomes X and Y become of the same year. When we compounded this 2000 at a rate of 10%, we get $2,420 at the third year. Now we discounted it, so the IRR become 34.26%, which become lesser than the earlier slides. NPV is $818. So lower IRR from adjusted cash flow stream X is still best. When we get a common terminal year for the both projects, again the shorter period projects cash flow is adjusted in order to align with the longer period project. So the 2000 were compounded for 1 year, and then for the second year we get this amount. Now on the basis of this new situation, we calculate IRR and NPV, but still the cash, now the X project is better than the Y one. Another assumption is project life differences. Let's suppose we assume that we have an opportunity to replicate. Replacement chain approach means if we have opportunities to replace or replicate the Y project. Replicate means we can time and again invest in this project and available to us. So what we will do, this project I is replicated, means we invest this 1000 here and get 2000. Again we will replicate this project again. From this 2000 we will invest 1000 again. In 2 years we will get 2000 in second year. Again we will invest $1,000 from this 2000 and will get 2000 in third year. If this replication opportunity is available, then IRR is, now we will get a cash flow stream is like this. We will invest 1000 here, get 1000, get 1000 and we will get 2000. This will be a new stream of cash flow. But this assumption is on the basis of if this project or the similar projects are available in the market, that we invest 1000 and we get 2000 after 1 year. Now when we calculate IRR become 100%, NPV become $2,238. Now in this case, if replication opportunity is available, then Y project is best. So till now we discussed the problem. We discuss the issues that we will face in mutually exclusive project are three. One was scale differences in investment. Second was cash flow pattern, and third was project life differences. Now we will discuss a new topic in a coming slide, that is capital rationing. What is capital rationing? Capital rationing occurs when we are facing a bottleneck resources, or we have a constraint in budget, we have limited amount to be invest in a capital budgeting, then we will go for capital rationing. Occurs when the constraint or budget ceiling is placed on the total size of capital expenditure during a particular year. For example, if a company board of director BOD authorize the management to invest, let's suppose 10 million in capital budgeting, $10 million on capital expenditure in 2020. So the management will now try to undertake those projects to give higher value creation. We will discuss this topic with the help of numerical illustration. We will continue the same illustration as we discussed earlier, that Julie Miller must determine what investment opportunities to undertake for basket funders. She is limited to a maximum expenditure of $32,500. So this is the amount he is limited to $32,500 for his capital budgeting. Now he will undertake, or he will he's going to she will follow capital rationing technique. So this is a limitation on the budget, or constraint on the budget. Now capital rationing example. Let's suppose there's Julie Miller have identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 project A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Their initial cash outlay is given like $500, $5,000, $5,000, $7,500, $12,500, $15,000, $17,500, $25,000. These are initial cash outlay requirement, or initial investment requirement in these capital expenditure, or these budget. Now IRR for the A is 18%, 25% for B, for C 37%, for D 20%, E 26%, F 28%, G 29%, and H for 15%. If we are going to pick or select project on these IRR, so the higher IRR is 37%, we will pick first this one on the basis IRR, then 37%, 28%, we will pick this one second number, then 26% third number, and then 25 fourth number. But do we have that much money? We will, when we select 12,500 and 27,000, we have to be limited to $32,500. We can't exceed this budget, so we should limit to these budgets, this budgeted figure. But we can only undertake this one, 15,700, 27,500, and then 5,200. We can't undertake we can't go beyond these three projects. On the basis of NPV, this one will be placed first, F, I guess so. Then this one will be placed second, 6,000 the third, then fourth one is this one. So we will keep in mind that we are limited to 32,500. On profitability index, this one is high one, then this one, then I guess this one third number, but we should be limited to 32,500. So moving further, choosing by IRR for basket vendors, as I discussed earlier, that we will select C, but initial cash outlay is 5,000, then 15,000, then 12,500. So total become 20 and 32,000. In 32,000 we will increase how much? 26,500 plus 20, 26,500, 27,000. If we going to pick an IRR, we will provide, or we will increase the wealth of shareholder by only $27,000 if we are using this NPV criteria, IRR criteria. Project C and F have high three largest IRR. The resulting increase in shareholder wealth is 27,000 with investing $32,500 outlay. Now choosing by NPV, we will first pick F and G. Initial cash outlay, that is 15,000 and 17,500, which become 32,500. We will limit it. So NPV is 21,000 and 27,500. Project F and G have high largest NPV. We will pick these two. But the resulting increase in the shareholder wealth is 28,500 with 32,500 outlay. Moving further, by choosing profitability index, by choosing the project by profitability index, we will select these projects F, B, C, D. Initially this will limit to 32,500, and what is the wealth will become 38,000. So project F, B, C, D have four largest profitability index. The resulting increase in shareholder wealth is 38,000 with initial outlay of 32,500. So we will increase the wealth of the shareholder 38,000. Summary: what profitability index in capital rationing is the best method to accept the project? It gave us 38,000 increase in the wealth of shareholder. NPV gave us 28,500 while IRR gave us 27,000. So profitability index generates the greatest increase in shareholder wealth when a limited capital budget exists for a single period. So in capital rationing, you are suggested to use this criteria for accepting the project. Thank you. This is all for today's lecture. See you in a coming lecture.